Hello everyone and welcome back to the WCG for this second innings of the first Better Beer Test match between Matt's 11 and Brennan's 11. The defending champions are on the brink of a first test defeat after being rolled for just 60 in their second innings, which means they have only set the men in blue a target of 18 runs for victory, and it's going to take a Herculean effort if they're going to win this test match. If we take a look at the Matt's 11 wickets to 4 in their second innings, it was Daniel Arnold who was the first man to go. He was dismissed for 19, which would be the highest score of the innings, and things began to fall away from here. And then the first of a double strike from Michael Mabry in the 9th over. He dismissed a dangerous Harry Dean for just 1, which meant the Green Machine were 2 for 24 in their second innings, still trailing the men in blue by 19 runs. And then 3 deliveries later, Mabry was at it again. It was 3 for 25 when Jake Kasatia was dismissed for a duck. Kasatia promoted up the order thanks to a decent first innings effort. There will be no repeat on this occasion as Kasatia had to go for a globe. Joey Azar became the 4th wicket to fall with the score on 41. It was a long hop served up by Josh Bowling and he failed to keep it down, and he was the second man to be dismissed over the fence for the innings. An unfortunate and somewhat controversial decision on this occasion. The skipper Matt White would make his way to 8 till he hit a full toss to Perinara, who took a smart catch moving away to his right, and the Green Machine were 5 down. It wasn't the greatest of deliveries served up there from Savas, but it was effective nonetheless, and it was 5 for 50. The first innings hero Hamid Basher would be the next to fall. He went for a duck on this occasion. There would be no repeat of his heroics, as a major lack of concentration saw him hit this one over the fence, and he was dismissed for a duck. Michael Mabry would pick up his 3rd wicket for the innings. Pat McGregor would make his way to 4 until he copped a brute of a delivery there from Mabry. McGregor beaten for pace on this occasion, and it lobbed up to McFarlane for an easy catch. The slide would continue when Alex Stepien was dismissed for 1. Clean bowled by Troy Hayden. Stepien became the 8th wicket down with the score on just 56. Playing back and across to a good Hayden delivery. Somehow the Ginger Ninja still found a way through, and his middle stump was pegged back. Brendan Scott would pick up his 4th wicket of the test match as he clean bowled Cade Cook to dismiss him for the 2nd time in the match. It was a dismal start to his test career with the bat for Cade Cook, who was dismissed for a pair on debut. And then the misery was complete when Mark Pasfield was dismissed for 0, hitting Joe Saveri over the fence to become the final batsman out with the score on 60. Matt's 11 losing their final 6 wickets for just 10 runs, as their first test hopes are all but over. So as we find ourselves at the dying embers of this test match, as you can see on your screens, Brennan's 11 required just 18 runs to win this first test match, and you would think that anything short of Armageddon happening here would see the Blues draw first blood in the test series. We have seen some impressive spells with the ball in the past here from the Green Machine, but surely this one will be beyond them. 18 to get. So it will be the Blue skipper Brendan Scott who will get this run chase underway. Top scored with 36 in his side's first innings, and how he would love to guide his side home to signify a return to some sort of form. So just 18 runs to get for the Blues for a victory here in this first test match. And it's going to be skipper v skipper first up. Here is White, is into Scott. Oh, he's knocked him over! First delivery! Well, if Matt's 11 are going to pull off this miracle, that's exactly the start they would have wanted. Scott goes for a golden duck as he's clean bowled by his opposition number. That is a beauty to cop first up. But to be fair, it's a pretty expansive drive from Scott first delivery, who actually gets nowhere near this. The Green Machine strike with the first delivery, and if you think Matt White thinks this match is over, think again. Well, action from the very first delivery here in this run chase, as that wicket now brings Joe Saveri to the crease at number 2, dismissed for 10 in his side's first innings, and I reckon the Blues would take that now. So Saveri's going to have to contend with a fired up Matt White, who will be steaming into him now, this time around the wicket. Here he's in now, it's a good length delivery, and Saveri shoulders arms and lets this go through to the keeper. It'll be interesting to see how things transpire. If the Green Machine can pick up 2 or 3 quick wickets here, and put the Blues under some sort of pressure. As White will continue to Severi this time over the wicket. Here he's in now. This one's a full fast delivery. And White has his hands on his head as he thinks this one nearly snuck through. Here Severi gets enough bat on it to keep it out. White to continue to Severi in the opening over of the run chase. Here he's in now. This one's a good length delivery. And Severi does enough to get forward and smothers it well as he defends on the offside for no run. So the Green Machine not lying down without a fight. They are oftentimes ordinary with the bat, but you can never fault them with the ball. As White will continue to Severi in the opening over. It's another good delivery outside the off stump. And this was a tight leave here from Severi. White can't believe it. He's bowled brilliantly in this opening over. That's a good leave. White is in for the final ball of the opening over. Here he's in now. This one's a full toss. And it slides down the leg side to end a rapid first over from White. It's going to be Harry Dean to bowl the second over of the innings. Here he's in now to Severi and he begins with a quick delivery. It slides down the leg side and Severi doesn't make contact. So the Blues 1 for none in the run chase. They require just 18 runs for first test victory. Here's Harry Dean will continue again now to Severi. Here this one's a good length delivery. Severi is solid in defence as he plays this to Cade Cook on the offside for no run. So they've been good with the ball to begin with here, the Green Machine. Here is Dean will continue again now to Severi. This one's a full delivery. Oh, he's gone right through him. That's the second one down for the Blues. Severi now has to go for a duck. The Green Machine fighting back with the ball. They just do not know when they are beaten. It's Harry Dean on this occasion with an absolute bullet, which has the beating of Severi all ends up. The Blues 2 for none in the run chase. And are the Blues beginning to get the wobbles here? The Green Machine on fire. Well, it's been the worst possible start to the run chase here for the men in blue. As that wicket now brings the stand-in vice skipper Henry Perenara to the crease at number 3. Can he bring some stability back to this run chase? So it's going to be Harry Dean, who's just picked up his second wicket for the test match, to steam in here to Perenara. Here he's in now. This one's a back of a length delivery and Perenara is solid in defence as he drops this on the offside to get off the mark and get the Blues underway in this run chase. Good positive stuff there from the vice skipper. Dean to continue to Perenara in the second over. He's in now. This one's a full delivery and it doesn't look like that was too far away from the leg stump. There's hands on heads there from the Green Machine skipper, who would have had a decent view at it from that angle. But from the Blues' perspective, it missed by enough to keep Perenara out in the middle. So Dean is in for the final ball of the over and it's a good delivery and Perenara is solid in defence to end with. 2 for 1. It's going to be Jake Kasacha to bowl the third over of the innings with the keeper disabled here from Matt White, and he begins with a wide short delivery. Perenara hammers this to the boundary. Well, that just relieves the pressure somewhat for the men in blue. It's an ordinary delivery there from Kasacha and it's been belted. 13 to get now for the men in blue as Kasacha will continue again now to Perenara, and this one's a better delivery, bang on the money, and Perenara is back and across and defends on the offside for no run. So a good delivery there from Kasacha, who's been decent with the ball in this test match. Here's you'll continue again now to Perenara, and this one's a full toss. Oh, and he's missed it! And it's clean bowled Perenara! Perenara becomes the third wicket down for the Blues with the score on just 5. They are making an absolute meal of this run chase. It's another full toss that Perenara has missed in this test match, which has seen him bowled neck and crop. The Green Machine doing everything in their power to give them a chance in this test match. And they have the momentum as things stand. It's 3 for 5. Well, the Blues are doing this the hard way at the moment, as that wicket now brings Riley Cornforth to the crease at number 4. He's yet to really establish himself with the bat at test level so far, so the Green Machine will be circling. Here's Jake Kasacha will continue to Cornforth in the third over. He's in now. This one's a good delivery outside the off stump. It looked a wrong in there from Kasacha, and it's well watched there from Cornforth. So action aplenty here in this run chase. The Green Machine making a decent fist of this as Kasacha's in for the final ball of the over. Here he's in now and he drops short and he's punched down the ground for a boundary to get off the mark for Cornforth. Well, that will relieve the pressure for the men in blue. It's 3 for 9 after 3. The Blues halfway there as the first innings destroyer, Cade Cook, bowl his first over of the second innings, and he begins with a horrible delivery which sails over the head of Cornforth, so that will have to be called a no ball. They can seldom afford that, the Green Machine, as the Blues inch ever closer, as Cook is in once again to Cornforth. It's a full delivery outside the off stump, and Cornforth is happy to leave this one alone. So Brennan's 11, 3 for 10 in their second innings, chasing 18 for victory. Here is Cook is in once again. Oh, this one's landed off the pitch, so that'll be a no ball as well. So this is not what they need here, the men in green. 3 for 11 now, as Cook is in once again to Cornforth, and that one's a better delivery. Bang on the money, and Cornforth is solid in defence. So just 7 runs to get for the Blues to strike first blood in this test series. Here is Cook, will continue again now to Cornforth, and this one's a full delivery punch down the ground, but it's well stopped there from the Grey Machine skipper, who prevents any further runs scored. It's been brilliant fight shown by the men in green, but you just feel they're going to run out of runs here, as Cook is in once again to Cornforth, who plays this on the fence. It's going to take Harry Dean on here, on a direct hit, and I reckon he might have been gone here, the youngster. Here Cornforth gets a thick outside edge onto the fence. It doesn't spiral away for a boundary. Oh, direct hit, he was gone. It's going to be Alex step in about the 7th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Cornforth, and this one's a full delivery, which slides down the leg side. Well, Cornforth asking for a wide there, but it wasn't forthcoming. The Blues 3 for 12 in their second innings, requiring just 6 runs for victory. So 1 clean hit will do it for him. A step is in once again to Cornforth. He's knocked him over. So the Green Machine's still alive here in this second test match, as Cornforth becomes the 4th man to go. He goes for just 5. They are well and truly doing this the hard way, are the Blues. He's the 4th man to be knocked over in this innings, is Cornforth. Clean bowled by Step In on this occasion. And if the Green Machine can pick up another couple of wickets here cheaply, you just never know. So the men in blue 4 for 12 in their second innings, still requiring 6 for victory, as that wicket now brings Ryan McFarlane, the debutant, to the crease at number 5. Can he be the hero here for the Blues and guide them to first test victory? But he'll have to contend with a fired up Alex Stepien, who will steam into him now around the wicket. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery, but it slides down the leg side to begin with. So both sides have been pretty ordinary with the bat at times in this test match. And if the Green Machine can go bang bang here, they might just have a prayer. Here is Stepien, will continue around the wicket here to McFarlane. Here he's in now, this one's a full delivery outside the off stump, and it's been slapped through covers as McFarlane gets off the mark in style. They're nearly there, the men in blue. Just 2 to get now. It's going to be Joey Azar to bowl the 8th over of the innings. As in now to McFarlane, it's punched down the ground once again. Oh, but it's well stopped by Daniel Arnold, who keeps the match alive. Here, you think the Green Machine are just going to run out of runs here. They probably wonder what 25 more runs would have got them. Here is Azar, is in once again to McFarlane, who gets a leading edge, and it goes over the fence. Oh, the collapse is continuing here for the men in blue. McFarlane becomes the 5th wicket to fall in this Brennan's 11 run chase. He has to go for just 4. The Blues 5 for 16. And regardless of what happens here, it's been a decent little fight back here from the Green Machine. So the Green Machine have managed to dismiss half of this Brennan's 11 outfit, as that wicket now brings Michael Mabry to the crease at number 6. Made important runs down the order in the first innings. Can he guide the Blues home here? Here, and it's going to be Mark Pasterfield who will bowl the 9th over of the innings. Here is his into Mabry. Mabry gets a thick outside edge onto the fence, but it's well fielded there at cover, and the match is still alive. So the Blues 5 for 16 in their run chase. Green Machine fighting to the death. Here's Mabry and Arnold are continuing their battle out in the middle. They've had plenty to say to each other over the past few months at the WCG. Here's Pasterfield is in once again to Mabry. Oh, and it's been called a wide. This one sailed down the leg side, and scores are now level here in the first test match. There may have been a stumping opportunity there, or there was. And that might have been a harsh call, to be fair. Regardless of the decision, the scores are level here in this first test match. As Pastfield is into Mabry, who punches this to Matt White on the onside, and he'll scramble through for a single. Brendan's 11 have won the first test match. They may have done it the hard way, but they are victorious all the same, and history suggests they have just taken a giant leap to regaining their title. Michael Mabry appropriately hits the winning runs in a man of the match performance. The Green Machine fought valiantly, but ultimately did not have enough runs on the board, and the Blues strike first blood in the test series. So you just get the feeling what 25 more runs for the Green Machine would have done. However, they simply did not have enough runs on the board, and it's Brennan's 11 who go 1-0 up here in this test series. It's a pretty ordinary batting card to look at, to be fair, for the men in blue, but they won't care one bit. They've got the business done. They lost 5 second innings wickets on the way, but they get to the target. So as we take a look at the match summary, a decent first innings with the bat for the men in blue, backed up with a brilliant second innings effort with the ball, has set up a first test victory by 5 wickets. And as history does suggest, they have now taken a giant leap by winning this first test match to regaining their test title that they lost last year. We'll take a look at the Brennan's 11 wickets to 4 in this second innings. Matt White striking with the first delivery, ripping through his opposition number Brendan Scott with a brilliant Yorker, and the Blues were 1 for none in the run chase. 1 for none became 2 for none as Harry Dean ripped right through Joseph Airy, who joined Scott in becoming the second man dismissed for a duck in the innings, and the Green Machine at this point thought they were a chance. It was 3 for 5 when Perenara missed a full toss and was bowled by Jay Kasatia. It was the second time that Perenara had missed a full toss in the test match and was clean bowled, and the Green Machine were fighting back. Riley Cornforth would steady the ship somewhat, but his innings would come to an end on just 5. He became the 4th Brennan's 11 batsman to be clean bowled in this second innings, and at 4 for 12, there was still hope for the Green Machine. Ryan McFarlane had slapped one through the covers a previous over to have the Blues on the cusp of victory. However, a leading edge over the fence off the bowling of Azar for just 4 saw him become the 5th and final Brennan's 11 wicket to 4 in the run chase. So the men in blue may have done this the hard way, but they ultimately strike first blood in the test series. As we look ahead to this all-important second test match, the Green Machine need to avoid defeat if they're going to keep this test series alive. However, a victory for the men in blue will see them regain the test title that they lost last year. We'll see you all for the second test match. Until then, bye for now.